I want to share one more story with you. Many years ago, it was 20 years ago now, there was a woman who brought her son in to see me. He was 9 years old. And her son was having problems. She didn't know what was wrong with him. He wouldn't do his homework, or if he did do his homework, he wouldn't hand in his homework. And she'd go into his room at night and he would be on the floor instead of in his bed. And she'd say, "What are you doing on the floor?" And he'd say, "I don't deserve to be in a bed." And she didn't know what was wrong. He wasn't functioning at school, so she took him out of school, took him home, tried to do homeschool. That wasn't working either. She took him to see a psychiatrist and a psychologist, and she was told that he was severely depressed, but that he couldn't be helped because he wouldn't admit that he was depressed, but he was severely depressed. So she brought him in to see me, and we found that he had a heart wall, this little 9-year-old boy. And this wall was made of the emotional experiences that he had gone through because of the deaths of some cousins. One of the layers of emotions that we found was from a car accident where 2 of his cousins that he knew and loved were killed. We cleared that emotion. The next layer was a trapped emotion that was from when another one of their cousins was killed. This cousin was at a hayride and fell off of a hay wagon and was run over by a tractor and was killed. Terrible accident. And then we got to the very innermost layer, the very last emotion, the first emotion that had created this wall. And here's what happened. He was with his family. They were at a family reunion at a lake in California. And his sister was 12 years old, and she was babysitting him and his little 5-year-old best friend, cousin, another little boy. The 12-year-old sister was trying to teach this little 5-year-old boy how to swim. And they were on a dock at this lake. There was no adult supervision around, and this little boy disappeared under the dock. And about an hour later, the divers retrieved his body from underneath the dock, and of course, he was long dead, and his body was blue. And the overwhelming guilt that this little boy's sister was feeling, having such a horrific thing happen on her watch, was so overwhelming that emotional energy became absorbed by his body and immediately formed into a wall around his heart, or his heart was going to break. So we released that emotion, and the heart wall was gone. And his mother took him home, and for the next couple of days, he was lying around kind of lethargic, and she was thinking, well, that doesn't look like that really helped. We know that what was going on with him now was he was processing. So when you release an emotion like this, usually takes a day or two for the body to kind of heal and process what just happened. On the morning of the 3rd day, he got himself up, got himself ready to go to school, got his books in his backpack, came downstairs and said to his mother, "I'm ready to go to school, Mom." Said, "I can go back to school. I'm a happy pappy." Now, he did go back to school, and he actually went into the program for advanced kids because he was so smart and all of his learning disabilities went away, and all of his behavioral problems disappeared, and his depression was gone just like that. Now, his mother told me that she believed that this saved his life because she didn't think that he would have survived. And how many kids end up taking their lives because of depression? It's a phenomenon all over the world. It's really an epidemic. That little boy is 29 years old now and is married and, as I understand, has a couple of kids.
Hat dir dieses Video gefallen? Gib uns ein Zeichen und lasse einen Daumen nach oben da. Bist du interessiert an weiteren solchen kostenlosen Videos? Dann abonniere unbedingt unseren Kanal und drücke die Benachrichtigungsglocke, denn nur so stellst du sicher, dass du kein weiteres Video verpasst. Danke dir und bis zum nächsten Video.